Hello everyone, Neo Rashi here. Today I'm going to talk about the series that I've heard about last year, but only started to release in English earlier this year. I think it released last month, but I only got to read it um, today actually. And it's volume 1 of, you can see it really well, volume 1 of I Want to End This Love Game, which um, I'd say the summary on the back of the book is pretty accurate. I mean, it's easily one of the most accurate uh, summary I've ever read. Uh, it's exactly what I expected, and I don't mean it in a bad way. It's actually a lot cuter than it sounded. It, I would say, the whole love game in this series is basically the two characters. At first, when they were kids, they would just say "I love you," and the first to get flustered lose. But as the years went on, just saying "I love you" didn't work anymore, so they actually do more stuff. The kind of stuff you would see in any shoujo romance manga. So basically, I would almost say it almost feels like a parody of shoujo romance manga, and I really like it. The character, both the guy and the girl, are kind of cute. I like both of them. They're both cringy, but like not overly so. Um, I'd say at some point, I almost want to say it's kind of like teasing Master Takagi-san, except that uh, both uh, both character actually get flustered a lot, and not just the guy. That's the thing that I like. Also, it's usually this kind of teasing manga. It's usually the girl who teases the guy, and the guy get flustered. But in this series, at least so far as of volume 1, um, it's both who are playing the game and both who are uh, getting affected by it. And in that sense, it's kind of a breath of fresh air compared to all those samey teasing series. I also like the fact that um, uh, both both characters are in high school, which makes it a bit more, I wouldn't say believable, but uh, it does add to the cringe, but at the same time, it makes it cuter somehow than teasing Master Takagi-san. Uh, because I speak from a personal opinion, personal experience, but when I was like 12, 13, 14 years old, I didn't see, my classmates didn't tease each other as much as they did when I was in the later years of high school, which in my area, you finish high school at like 16, 17 years old. Uh, so again, from a personal perspective, I think this series is a little bit more believable. As I said, I kind of love both main characters so far. Uh, so yeah, uh, what can I say more? I've said everything I had to say because again, if you read the back of the book, you basically know what's going on. I do. If there's one thing that I wouldn't say I didn't like, but that I wasn't sure about was the last two chapters, because I think the guy went really overboard with his attempt uh, to make the girl get flustered. It's not something I wouldn't expect to happen at all, but it's definitely not something I would expect to happen straight out of Volume 1. Not gonna spoil it, but you'll see. It's something that I would have expect to see maybe in Volume like 3 or 4 at least. So yeah, it was a bit much. I do have the feeling that this won't be a series that's gonna last super long. I hope not, because it could get repetitive. That's something that I don't really like with teasing Master Takagi-san. It does get repetitive quite a bit. As for availabilities, the series only came out a couple weeks ago, so it should be easily available. And yeah, because there's going to be a solar eclipse in a couple days, you can see there's a lot of suggestion about eclipse glasses, but I haven't even looked at it. As you can see, it's just suggestions. But anyway, that's not what we came for. I want to end this love game. So, oh, volume 2 releases next month. That's cool. So you can get volume 1 for $15.99 plus taxes. Oh, actually released 2 months ago. Well, almost 2 months ago. I thought it was I thought it was older than that, newer than that. But yeah, still pretty recent. I would give this volume, I would say, pretty solid 9 out of 10. I really liked it, except, as I said, the last 2 chapters the guy went a bit overboard. Not in a creepy way, but in a very cringe way. But other than that, this is a pretty solid introduction to this series. So yeah, if you like series where there's a rom-com where there's a lot of teasing around, but this series is so far a pretty solid one, especially if you don't like when it's just one person teasing the other, but both teasing one another. This is definitely something I would recommend. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.